welcome back to Read and Roam. I'm your host, Kaylin, and today let's talk about more bargain book shopping. I recently went to Ollie's for the first time ever to bargain book shop, and while I was there and doing my little review of their book section, it made me think about my personal favorite, which is Books A Million and their bargain book section. So in that video, I asked, so if you want to see me go to my nearest Books A Million and check out their clearance section and see if I can find any books, let me know. All it took was one comment and I was like, yes, let's go. It's been a while since I've last stepped foot into my local Books A Million, so I am very curious if Books A Million is still my favorite place to buy bargain books. Let's hop into my car and make our way over there. I am so happy about my experience at Books A Million today because I came home with some books. There were definitely going to be more books, but I had to hold myself back because I would have so bought a few more books. But let's do a little mini book haul here. So let me set that off to the side. So the first book that I got in the haul, I reached out to one of my friends and I was like, hey, have you read this book? Because I know she reads Grady Hendrix. She read it and she said she loved it. So I'm so glad that I got this book, and that is Grady Hendrix, How to Sell a Haunted House. And just look at the cover. Like, I love a good cover. I want to go into this absolutely blind. I don't want to know what it's about. The second book is a YA trilogy, and I have not read this trilogy, but I did buy the last book. And that's because I love the authors so much, Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. And the book that I got was Aurora's End, and also another stunning cover. And I have the first one in hardcover up here, and they are gonna look so beautiful on the shelf next to each other. Like, look at how beautiful they are. They are just so gorgeous, and I'm so in love with them. So hopefully this will finally, now that I got this, hopefully it will push me to read this trilogy because I loved Illuminae, and Illuminae is still one of my favorite books of all time. The third book was giving Pretty Little Liars vibes, and I thought it was part of another series, but fun fact, it is a standalone, and that's why I picked it up, and it is You'll Be the Death of Me by Karen M. McManus. I also have One of Us is Lying, and I haven't read that, but this cover is giving Pretty Little Liars vibes, especially like the little handwriting font that they have going on. This book is about Ivy, Mateo, and Cal used to all be close. Now they only have Carlton High and the beginning of a very bad day in common. But they're about to have a lot more in common because they are now all connected to a dead kid and they're all hiding something. Dun, dun, dun. And this sounds just right up my alley, and it's a standalone, so it's a win-win for me. And the last book is a second book in a duology, and I have very mixed things from the writing in general, but I don't know if there's any good writing in this duology, but it's The Betrayed by Kier Cass, and this is just like another cover by, like, it is just so stunningly gorgeous. And for $5, why not? I don't really care for Kiara Cass's writing style for the writing, but these books that she writes just fly by. So I know once I start it, I'll probably finish it in a day or two. So that is why I purchased this one. And this is also another book that's gonna look gorgeous on my shelf with the first book next to it. I ended up getting 4 books at Books A Million today, and I spent $24.91. That was before taxes. And since I'm tracking my book buying this year, let me scan them into the Libib app real quick. And now it's time for a Books A Million store review. And do I think that Books A Million is still one of my favorite places to buy bargain books? Absolutely! I love the selection of books that they have. The selection was great 10 years ago and it's still great today. I love when I walk into my Books A Million. From the moment you walk into the door, there are bargain books being like, hey, I'm over here. Hey, check me out. And the beautiful sprayed edges though. I was not expecting that to be in that area. And then you walk on over to the rest of the bargain book section and there's a bunch of fiction. There's the ladder that they have in that area that just makes it a little bit more magical. And the YA section is just phenomenal and I love it. Another thing that I found very interesting was that they had a book talk bargain section, which was cool to see. And I overall just really loved and enjoyed the store. The only cons I would have about Books A Million is that they got rid of their, was it Joe Muggs, the coffee shop in mine? So like I couldn't grab a coffee, so I was a little bit sad about that. And also the cart was so obnoxious and I was like scooting around the store and I felt so loud and distracting. At the end of the day, I would rate my Books A Million 5 out of 5 stars. And yes, it is still my favorite place to buy bargain book. And now I'm gonna really quick compare it to Ollie's. Like I think Ollie's, their bargain section is about the same, or maybe it's just slightly bigger for the bargain books. Ollie's being good stuff cheap, their books were cheaper than the ones that I did get at Books A Million. And their cart wasn't squeaky, which I really loved and enjoyed. But if I had to tier rank bookstores' bargain sections, I'm also gonna include Barnes & Noble in this. Tier ranking, number 1, the best of the best is going to be Books A Million. Coming in at number 2 would be Ollie's, because they still have a big section in their store dedicated to books. And lastly would be Barnes & Noble, because my Barnes & Noble bargain section is and they have like 2 shelves and they are horrific. So yeah, I would most certainly go to Books A Million and then Ollie's and then Barnes & Noble if I was looking for bargain books. If you watched the Ollie's video and also this one as well, leave a heart emoji or a little heart comment in the comment section down below. And anyways, that is going to be it for today's video. Let me know if you love and enjoy Books A Million in their bargain section as well. And anyways, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you next time for a new bookish video.